blue uniforms, TAV in the black. California against Texas, and here we go. Fasa Valou, who we featured in the Open, not only starts our match, she does so with an ace.
What a way to start. We talked about the setters, and if you can start off with an ace, as we said, she's committed to the University of Missouri.
Got several future SECers in this match. Boy, my goodness, how about 2 aces? How would you like to stand in front of that? Top serve, spin, serve, and try and play that thing up.
That's a great serve. They're making some, TAV's making a little bit of an adjustment.
For one, we got to find all the balls that are under the riser. Some of those might have been under there since Saturday.
I was just going to say, I think 3 just came out of there.
Well, things travel in 3s. Have you ever seen a match start with 3 straight aces? Well, you have now. What a beginning.
That's a big time serve. You don't see a lot. I think you see a lot more floaters, but just take a look at the spin on that ball.
How much it moves.
And it's being placed very well. Like, it's not in the middle of the court.
Well, she couldn't get 4,
hey,
but 3 was quite a beginning.
And you just keep going, right? You keep going for it. 3 out of 4 is pretty darn good to start this match. Number 2 headed back to serve. This is the setter, Gatorade Player of the Year.
Hitting air on Genesis Bots to provide a point for TAV.
It's got to be pretty fun for Sophie to say, I'm going to Texas A&M for 2 years. First time ever winning a national championship right here in Kansas City. It happened.
Kansas City. Logan Lednicki, one of their powerful players, went to my kid's high school in George Ranch in the Houston area, now playing professionally just down the road.
Very
for that
nice.
Team.
Yeah, we get to talk about professional volleyball in the United States now.
Hey, by the way, the 2 players we featured in the Open have both gone on a run to start this match. If there was a block to get TAV the advantage, and Bryn Stevens was one of those at the very top.
That was a good, solid block. 4 strong shoulders, hands.
Keegan Flowers the other. And the swing from Stevens results in a kill for the ladies from Texas. They were down 3-0 in a blink of an eye. They've run off 5 unanswered.
I'm sure we'll talk here soon, but we have a set of twin sisters on the TAV team.
Yes, we do. And that was not handled by Lexi Martin, and Love will take the point.
Number 3 headed back to serve, Hannah McGinnis with Love. And she has not committed at this time.
She throws that up into the rafters. They are a tough serving team. And the swing doesn't make it over from Naomi Livings. Hit that one right into the middle of the net.
That was a tough ball for Sophie. She was going to have to, really, she saved that ball and just needed to put up what she can.
McGinnis doesn't get the A's. Well, she will. The pancake effort did not work from Ebert.
And that is another, see how, if you take a look at how high she tosses that ball, right here you can see just missed it, might have gotten a piece of it.
I'll tell you what, the power is going to be on display in this 17 championship match. Oh, the block works perfectly from Keegan Flowers, right in the middle.
Keegan headed to Memphis here in a couple years. All of these players are juniors or younger.
Bryn Stevens will stay close to home to SMU. Easy put down by TAV, and Lexi Martin was able to dunk that one to the deck.
Lexi Martin, number 5 with TAV, headed to TCU here in a couple years.
So Stevens serving again. That one though long to even things up for yet another tie. Tied at 5, tied at 6, tied at 7.
You know, when we both went and we talked to TAV team and we talked to Love, both of them said the same thing. They go, we have these core players that have been together a long time, and it's just interesting to kind of see how they play right now because both sides are similar, athletic. They said they both talked about their liberos playing at a high level, very
Gritty.
similar. Yeah.
That was one of the descriptive terms. Right now, just staying in system, though, has been a tough situation. Well, you talk about a set that was right there for the swing and power to the deck by McKenna Iamaliava.
Look at how active she is, and that was just so smooth, so smart. She can actually get up. It's hard to read her hands.
Well, if the Iamaliava name sounds familiar, it should. She's the sister of Nico, the quarterback who was at Tennessee at UCLA. Madden, his brother, is also the backup at UCLA. Nico was an amazing volleyball player because he's so long and lean, so that's been a big part of the family there in Long Beach. Played up by Ebert. With a point for TAV.
Coming from the back row, that was a beautiful set, perfect height, perfect positioning for her to take her maximum approach and swing. And if you look at TAV right now on the front line, you might be seeing double.
And an ace as well.
So if you see number 8 and number 12, they are the Livings sisters, twin sisters, both going to play together at LSU, the same college that both of their parents played athletics at LSU.
I think they're going to know their way to Baton Rouge and back without any problems whatsoever. Just a guess. And the swing from Iamaliava results in another kill. I got to call Nico's big win when UCLA took down Penn State in the Rose Bowl this year. I'm not sure if Sis got a chance to be there. It's one of the most entertaining games I did this season. Tell you what, little Sis, though, has got some game too. Another kill for McKenna.
It's just incredible to see the history of just athletics in the families, right?
If you ever get to see any Nico's volleyball highlights, it's not fair. He might be 3 feet above the net because he's 6'7"-ish with the ability to jump. Haven't had much separation, but a 2-point lead for TAV. And this is Vanessa Glenn, one of their defensive specialists serving.
And you mentioned Vanessa Glenn. She is brand new to the team this year. So I'm sure it's nice to come in and, sort of have a team that's built.
Yeah, it's won 3 straight championships. Service error makes it 12-10. And McIntosh back to serve for the ladies from the Long Beach, California area.
McIntosh heading to USC.
Boy, that did not take long. That was quick. That was efficient. That was Lexi Martin.
That was just a nice kind of smart. She got it past the left hand of that middle blocker. That was a great swing for her because that block is pretty darn big. Lexi Martin back. Great pass.
Great set, but there was some height at the net. And that was Nyla Livings, who was the one who got more hands on it than anybody else, part of that dual block.
Both setters are front. Oh, we have a timeout.
We do. Timeout on the floor here in set 1 of our 17
of the numbers with having almost, I think, 600 teams competing here from all over the country.
And this one features some incredible athleticism, and we're getting some parents that are contributing, and we'll pass along some information on just who some of these young ladies are. And that's a swing, and that's a kill from Livings, whose mom has been helping us out.
Yes. Take a look. This is a great slide attack. And being able to take that down line and off the hands of the block and the defender. Oh. Gosh, what a great look at that set. She was a pass set, perfect for outside for number 1, Bryn Stevens.
So 16-10 TAV.
Okay, so a challenge is coming.
You've been wanting another one since our first match.
I love challenges because you want to get it right. So if you don't know, first time ever for Triple Crown. Okay, they're wanting to know. Oh. Yeah, I was going to say they're going to have to take another look at that on whether this touches her arm. They're going to see whether the ball changes. I will tell you again, if they don't know for 100, it was a touch. Okay, they won the challenge. You get 2. Each head coach is permitted 2 challenges per set. And a successful challenge is retained. If you lose a challenge, you're charged for those one of the 2. It's a great system. It's a great system. Volley Station. This has been all over the pros. It's a Polish company.
Oh, that one finds some real estate in the back corner.
Number 3, Hannah McGinnis for the kill.
So again, her father is Willie McGinnis. I believe for our crew, he's standing to our right behind the next PlayStation. All he did was win 3 Super Bowls, 12 years in the NFL, the Patriots primarily coming out of USC. Dad's got his arms crossed with a gray sweatshirt on.
With the gray sweatshirt.
He's looking like he wants to get out there himself. But there's an answer from Bryn Stevens. 17-11 TAV with the advantage.
And you just saw that 3rd kill by number 1, Bryn Stevens.
This is Nyla Livings. And that was a quick answer from Love. I believe that was McGinnis again. The Love players have such long hair, it covers their numbers.
I'm seeing the same thing. We have to wait till it moves a little bit to see the numbers.
Dump didn't quite work from Peterson.
When you have 2 great setters, you can read that. Setter to setter knows what that is.
Oh, it clipped the tape and it dropped. A violent swing from Martin. Some of the steam was absorbed by the tape, but it dropped for a point.
You can take a look coming out of the back row. And the net was her friend on this and landed right in the middle of the court.
And it taketh and it giveth, as Peterson with the service error, as TAV was inching a little bit closer to taking set 1, and now Love needs to make a run of their own. And this is McGinnis serving. Parents watching intently. The serves have been something else. High risk, high reward, I guess. And TAV will take the point, 1 away from being the first to 20 here in the first set. Again, this is a best of 3, so there's little margin of error.
Yeah, and you have to do best of 3 at this tournament, or we may not, they couldn't make it to day 3.
You're right. We'd be playing all day. Nice response and a kill from McIntosh.
Kendall Omarui, number 38, just came in, middle blocker.
TAV out of system. Yet the ball hits the hands of Omarui and drops. So it is indeed Texas advantage, the first to 20. 20-14, I believe, is the score.
Yep, we're seeing on the table 2014. And we're showing, there we go, we're getting a little adjustment there. Okay, we're right on the screen and the table.
Another timeout. Hey, with 4 decades of experience in producing only the best in the world of destination events, Triple Crown Sports wants to help you and your family get the most out of your investment in youth athletics. Whether it's giving young players a chance to compete against teams from around the country or giving older athletes a chance to hone their skills for the college game, we have the tournaments your family will never forget. Check out TripleCrownSports.com. What a huge week this is for Triple Crown. This is a massive undertaking. I'm at the softball version of this over the 4th in Colorado. Came from Puerto Vallarta, where they had the Division I softball college challenge. So they blur together. They overlap a little bit. Love needed an answer, and they get one from McIntosh. She's had a few kills here in this most recent sequence.
Take another look here at this big swing right through the block. You know, another thing is, you know, Triple Crown Sports was founded by Dave King. He and his wife Annette were avid slow pitch softball players.
Still are. And Dave's been walking around today. He was in Puerto Vallarta hosting that event as we see the kill from Lexi Martin.
Vanessa Glenn back to serve, and oh, that was close, but that was long.
Love will take that. They need a run, no doubt. Down 5 late in this first set. We've called
that's her 5th ace so far.
Again, it is high risk, high reward, and when those are in, it is so difficult to play. I guess if you're TAV, you almost hope that, you know, they send one out or into the net just to give you a blow from some of these top spin serves that have a little bit of juice behind them.
Good. It was out of system. Good serve again.
Off some hands and down. That's going to be a kill for Lexi Martin. That took forever to land to the deck, but a big point for TAV.
Yeah, and if you see this happens. So, you know, number 5, the setter for Love, is a smaller setter, and so they bring someone in to just try to block. And they brought in number 7, Sydney Watkins, to try to make that block, and then brought the setter right back in.
Great effort by Ebert to save. And then the kill again, this time put down by Bryn Stevens. She's had a huge impact in set 1. And Martin back to serve, trying to inch TAV a little bit closer to taking this first set. Wow, what a kill, what a swing.
That was a great swing, and that was tight in that back corner. That is a tough, tough ball to defend.
McGinnis terminates.
Number 1, Cedra. Oh, I don't want to mess up her name, but
she said you could go with Talaga.
Talaga, there you go. She's headed to Illinois. Oh, great dig, great dig.
Sent over by Stevens.
Great swing from the back row.
Ebert able to dig it. How about that roll shot, and it drops again from Stevens. You don't always need power. A little bit of finesse can also work.
Well, you had another 10 feet to actually read that ball, and that was her 5th. 5 kills.
Serving at set point. less controllable when it's your kid and not you.
Yeah, true.
Sophie Peterson, Gatorade National Player of the Year, back to serve to begin set 2. And Love needed a quick point, and they get one from Omarui.
Nice way to start out. Good pass. Fed the middle and put it away. Number 8 back to serve.
Ia Maliava.
She's headed to Irvine.
Oh, and an answer off the slide. Some retaliation and a kill from Keegan Flowers.
Keegan headed to Memphis to continue her volleyball career.
Stevens had some nice stretches behind the service stripe in set 1. There's the slide again. There's another kill from Omarui.
That was a great slide. It's a great set. You have one of the top setters, number 5, Fasavalu. And you saw, we see number 38. Good reaction.
They'll recalibrate, take another swing, and...
Oh, they're calling a net. There was someone in the net from Love.
Yeah, that took a long time to wait and find out, and you could see Fasavalua say, "Not me!" Apparently it was. Oh, the camera doesn't lie, does it?
It does not.
We get some hands? We did not. Love thought it was a touch. Omarui was hoping to get the kill. Instead, the point went to TAV.
I was looking at Coach. I was going to see if he was going to turn in a challenge, but he didn't.
You've got 2, and if you haven't spent them both, once you get to that second set, probably no, you can't. You don't get refunded if you don't use them.
Yeah, that is correct. What a big block by number 5, Lexi Martin.
And it came back and hit Omarui, and that's why she was out.
That was a big-time solo block straight down.
Is that down? It should be and is. Love said, yeah, we need one of these points. Sika, Talaga, back to serve. Boy, that was an interesting set.
So smart.
So fast to Livings, didn't result in a kill. Her assist took a swing, that didn't result in one. So a longer rally, the athleticism on display. Could it end with a tip? Sometimes you feel like that's how it's going to end. And Nyla Livings gets the kill with some soft contact.
I used to tell my middle blockers, my middle hitters, I was like, you've always got to be ready for anything, everywhere, every time, anytime. And you can see that. When you are that, you can do something with the ball no matter what.
Sounds complicated. Vanessa Lynn serving gets the point. I got to be ready for everything at all times?
Yes.
Coach, how can I do that?
You don't. Sometimes middles get faked out from their own setter, but if you have a setter who's going to set the middle from 10 foot and beyond, you better be ready, because that's dangerous.
It was just poked right back. That's there for the taking, and yet it's going to go out. TAV was trying to save with Schaefer, and probably lucky she didn't get there. And this is not what Love wanted in set 2. They did not want to see TAV get a little bit of separation after they claimed that first set 25-18.
Watch this, how quickly that is. You know, both coaches, we keep talking about this, both coaches have said their teams and their players are athletic, and that's an example of being athletic.
You know, you're right, and we've seen several examples. Service error by Glenn allows Love to cut this lead in half.
And Nyla Livings, you know, with that big block That was 3 blocks this set.
There is no chance to handle that one. Get out of the way of Fasabulua. That one had some steam to it.
And you know, she got 3 aces that first set. This makes her 4th ace. I'm sure she'd like to maybe get a couple more here.
Yeah, she started the match with 3 straight aces. Good luck. That one went out, and you're happy if you're TAV. Just move her along in this process.
And you know, as coaches, you know, you study. You don't really get to study too much here, but you study rotations, and there's times where you go, we just need, this is our weakest rotation, or this is their strongest rotation. I'm sure they were very glad to get her out of the serving line.
I clipped the tape, but played by Love, and the pancake effort does not work.
The strength of both setters on each team are just really, really smart and crafty. You didn't see that coming, and that's why they couldn't pick it up, because she hit it so well.
Dump worked well, and McGinnis starting to rack up some points that went beyond the antenna. All of a sudden it's 9-7. It was 8-4 not that long ago.
Great pass, good movement on that.
And that was a kill from the corner by Bryn Stevens. 7 aces for Love is kind of keeping them in this, but if you're TAV, you just love that quick answer and win the point.
Yeah, we talk about first touch, and TAV right now is passing well, opening up their offense.
Nyla Livings. Powerful swing and a quick answer from McKenna McIntosh.
Nice swing on the outside, good placement, headed to USC after her high school career is over. And we have Sienna Castillo back.
It's a little
serving.
different look.
Yeah.
From Castillo.
And the lovely campfire ball from the 10-foot line. Number 5 again, Lexi Martin. Nice roll shot to the middle of the floor.
All kinds of open real estate she found to drop that one down in a 3-point lead. Is that going to land in? Nope, no chance.
A little bit tough there. Just making a couple of errors. Love needs to come back and just take a good swing, be smart, but the pass makes the difference. Oh.
Wow, I tell you what,
That's,
Ansley Schaefer did everything she could to try and keep that alive.
We were just talking, I mean, you're going to take a look at this. This was so fast. And she took it, and the officials making sure she's okay, because that did go off of her face.
Yep, no, I think that's a great thought process from the down official, just to say, let's
you
go.
need to. In the, you know, these days, I mean, these balls are coming so hard and fast, and
again, every once in a while, the only break we get in the athleticism might be a service here.
you know what's kind of funny is I actually see a player that was wearing 83, and in my mind, in the world of volleyball, I was like, I've never seen an 83, but now we know why.
We sure do. That was Dad's number in the NFL. And TAV starts to extend the lead.
A sister, she has her sister that played volleyball at Long Beach, also wore 83. So now we know.
We know. We're getting answers. We're kind of piecing this together on the fly. We got a timeout.
Because one is going to TCU and the other is going to SMU. Lexi to TCU, Bryn to SMU.
I think they play for like an iron skillet in football. I'm sure they probably do the same for volleyball.
And that serve was out. Love needs one here. Down by 4 with 19, number 19 headed back. McKenna McIntosh.
Nearly another ace. But when you let TAV take some swings, more often than not, Lexi Martin and company terminates.
She found that middle back line. No defender back there.
Serving is Schaefer. Blocked back, but it's going to go out. So Love will take that point.
Number 3 with the big kill off the block. Hannah McGinnis.
Love needs a run, and they need to go on one of these stretches where they can go 3-0, 5 out of 6, that type of thing. But every time you think that, Lexi Martin says, not on my watch, not today.
And that is her 9th kill this set. And she is...
Lori, it's almost
easy.
like she's placing the ball where she wants, coming off her hand, walking it over to the other side and setting it on the floor.
You know, it's kind of interesting. You always love to have a player like that because, you know, she's seeing the court. She's looking and potentially could see the block. So she's playing very, very smart.
Len couldn't handle that heat, and for good reason. Love has never been that far away, but they're hoping again to kind of find a stretch that will give them an opportunity, but again, a service error here or there just kind of inches it a little bit closer for TAV.
And that was the rotation. They could have gotten a couple points off of her serve. It kind of, the toss was a little bit too far out in front.
I guess the good news, Lexi Martin is out of the front row and committed to service error to return the favor.
McGinnis back to serve. Good pass. Gonna go to the back row.
And those roll shots and those secondary plays have been so difficult to defend as Stevens will get a kill.
Yeah, if you look at this, you know, the defenders, just watch how this rolls over, and the defenders are a little bit stuck on their heels and just not making that reaction to move forward.
Played up, cross-court set, sent over by Stevens. I heard a whistle. That's
Number 8 took that swing. That was McKenna Lamaliava.
Maliava, yeah.
Boy, that got TAV fired up. There was some high energy after that. So you always, you know, as a coach, you always go, okay, their spirit is up, their energy is up.
Just keep feeding the monster and watch Bryn Stevens do her thing.
That's her 10th. No, that's actually number 1. Bryn Stevens, we keep saying, that's her 8th kill.
Sophie Peterson, 14 assists. And she's got, you talk about a setter who's the National Player of the Year through Gatorade. You've got 2 extremely accurate and good hitters. That is a recipe for scoring a lot of points.
And that they've played together. They've been on this court. They know what it's like. They know what it takes. And we know that TAV has been a very strong program in history, right? We just saw a team win the last one, the 18s.
Correct.
So it's just such a strong program. Texas Advantage Volleyball.
Sophie Peterson, 14 assists. The A&M commit. 2027 grad she will be. Part of this TAV 17 Black John squad. John Maskovitz. Dallas Stars, their sponsor. Keeping it in the athletic family. Well, that went straight up in the air, and then it was nearly sent to the perfect spot by Peterson, but fortunately,
Gatorade Player of the Year, so smart she almost had it. It was a great read by Love, but just that setter who can push that ball straight down the line deep, but then transitioned for another kill.
Nyla Livings. The block back once again. How about the setter Peterson, who was part of that? setters love a chance to be part of a block.
Yes, they do. Take a look at that. That was a pretty darn good solo block. They are just 3 points away from winning their 4th Triple Crown championship.
That was a strong answer by Love.
Yep, and she's McIntosh. Take a look. She's going to say, well, hold on just a second. Great cross-court shot.
Sienna Castillo back to serve. Previously, she had a soft floater, which was quite a contrast to some of the other serves. And handled by Glenn. Poked over by Martin. Played up by Peterson. Stevens didn't get her full jump, but she sent it over. A 23-14 TAV lead, 2 points away.
And check this out one more time to see her 10th kill. Thank you, Sophia. I want to say 10th kill out of 12 swings. Who are you going to go to? Oh, great.
Stevens again. It's hard to get anything by Schaefer.
Show from Ansley Schaefer back there. 3 digs in a row.
That should not go unnoticed.
She's going to LMU.
And here's Sophie Peterson, the Gatorade Player of the Year, back to serve. What a team, what a performance in Kansas City.